Dennis Brooker. My name is Dennis Brooker, and I will be talking to you about the nutritional value of pickles. One of the most common things to pickle is a cucumber, and one cucumber is about 1.9 grams of carbs, 0.3 grams of fiber and protein, 0.1 grams of fat, and about 8 calories. Cucumbers are highly available because of their content, because they're cholesterol-free, fat-free, sodium-free, gluten-free. They're very low-calorie food. They're also very available to a large group of people, those with immune systems that haven't developed yet, those who are fighting something and their immune system is currently taxed, or those who have an issue that they constantly deal with, such as allergies or a pre-existing medical condition. The most common ingredients for creating a pickle are a cucumber. Then for the brine, you'll use dill, garlic, onion, vinegar, sugar, water, and salt. The actual process requires you to take all the ingredients other than the cucumber, and you put them in a saucepan and you bring it to a boil for about 5 minutes. And while this is going on, you put your cucumbers in a separate jar. You have to pick ones that are a good size to fit in the jar and everything, and you don't want them too thick, otherwise the brine won't seep all the way in unless you leave it for years. Anyway, once you place the cucumbers in a jar and your brine is ready, you pour the brine into the jar, you seal it up airtight, and then you let it sit for at least 12 hours, but obviously you can go for as long as you like. A more in-depth look at a cup of chopped pickles. It's mostly made out of water, so the percentages of everything is fairly low, except for vitamin K and sodium. So it says it's about 52% of your daily allowance of sodium, and that can be an issue because we get so much in the world already today. So that's something you'll have to watch out for. Excess sodium in the short term can just lead to confusion because your brain is having difficulty processing the blood you're sending to it. Your muscles will start twitching because your connections are messed up. You'll end up in a coma just because you have all that going on, and your body just shuts down because you can't tolerate it. And then long-term effects are death if you don't eventually reduce your sodium levels. Now, on a more positive note, the vitamin K content in there was about 70% of your average daily allowance. Now, that's not nearly as bad because you don't get as much vitamin K in your day-to-day life as you do sodium, so it's much less available, so you're much less likely to take in way too much. Now, and often people have a vitamin K deficiency. So some of the benefits of vitamin K is that it's used to create blood plasma. So those with the deficiency obviously need a source of it. It can potentially help repair neural damage, but that's an ongoing study. That seemed interesting. And then recently they've used it to reduce post-op bleeding. They'll apply a cream that has vitamin K in it onto a surface that has been bleeding, and apparently it will reduce the time, which is impressive. One of the other key ingredients in pickles is antioxidants. Now, what makes a pickle special is most food, unless you eat it raw or in its natural state, through processing it loses all of its antioxidants. Now, pickles, they don't do that, so you're going to have the maximum amount available. One of the main benefits of antioxidants is that it helps protect you against these things called free radicals, which essentially go around and they damage different cells and parts of your body, and the antioxidants protect you against them. Pickles can also help with your digestive health. Vinegar is one of the key ingredients in the brine, and while outside of the body it is an acid, inside of the body it's a base. So it's safe for you, and this also means that it helps equalize the pH balance in your stomach so that you will fight against acid damage, and so you won't get ulcers on your stomach, and that will prevent or help prevent stomach cancer. Another benefit from pickles is that they have some fiber in them, and that can help prevent constipation. As far as overall stress relief goes, there's a nerve called the vagus nerve, and I'm not 100% sure why, but the pickles essentially help as an inflammatory or as an anti-inflammatory agent, and essentially it just calms down the nerve and just makes you feel calmer, essentially. Just because you don't have that stress inside of you, basically. And overall, with your stomach feeling better, just your nerves feeling better, you're gonna have a good day and you're not gonna be as stressed out. Yeah. So in conclusion, pickles have a lot of sodium, have a lot of potential downsides, but they also have a lot of potential benefits. I think it's an especially good food for kids because they'll be able to counterbalance that sodium content without as much of an issue. Of course, if they're not already response deprived. But yeah, thank you for listening and have a good rest of your day.